Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. I thought I would weigh in on my strong opinions and some other things to think about.
Hi, it's me again, and I cut into my sleep time just to do this video. And since I'm a content creator and I had to keep the YouTube going, and I had to weigh in on the thing about because Super Bowl Sunday just passed, and I had to weigh, and I feel the need to weigh in. Come closer. Like this. No, that's too close. Okay. But my opinions, I have strong opinions, and strong opinions that might get me canceled. And I'm hearing that the Turning Point USA, they're like on the second place in YouTube history of the most, live streamed. They're on the top of the most live streamed in U.S. In YouTube history, like close to the top. But I didn't watch neither. Now I did because I don't have a TV. I said I'm gonna peep at the, look and see what about the Bad Bunny. And, even though I don't listen to that type of music and I listen to, Christian music, say Christian, faith-based, Christ-centered stuff and music. But I said, okay, for the sake of content and I just want to weigh in an opinion. The song, has good beat. But he had it in Spanish and he made it known that he said, oh, y'all gonna have to need to learn Spanish because he's gonna do all his music in Spanish. And we know Puerto Rico is a province of the U.S., but it's still considered another country. But it's a province of the U.S. But however, I said I'm gonna just watch and just peep at it. And I said, and I watched a little bit of it. And then I looked and then I don't even know if I got to the part where they showed the two men, grinding and stuff like that. And I'm like, the reason why a lot of people didn't necessarily want to watch it is because the guy, he's known to wear a dress and they don't want that stuff in front of their children. And the thing is, it's not that people are, and the thing is with that alphabet stuff, it's not that people hating and everybody hating on it. It's just that leave the children alone. They don't want no man and wearing a dress or stuff like that in front of their children. So he didn't. And so, because I'm sure people said a lot and gave a lot of strong opinions, and we know a lot of people gave strong opinions. So the guy decided he's not, they were going to tone it a little. But it was just definitely a message. They were trying to send a political message in everything. And, people showed clips and stuff of it, the clips that I didn't see, because I said I'm going to just watch just a tiny bit. And I watched it and I looked at him and I was noticing the guy had on white. He had a nice, something that had space. But in my mind, I saw it looked like he had his personal sticking through the lower area of his pants. Yes, I said that and I went there. And I'm like, even though, people didn't notice. See, I noticed stuff like that. Even though I've been, you know, even as a single and one that's been celibate for a lot of years and stuff like that, because I'm not going to just get out there and just, because I refrain from fornication and as being a godly woman, and I'm not going to, I'm just being the type of woman that would be, the type of woman that God would want me to be, that Christ, living for Christ. And I didn't just, I'm not going to just, I don't want to subject myself, and I've watched a lot of things, and I'm sure as a person of the faith, I don't always watch everything that that's necessarily, you should watch stuff of edification and everything like that. And I can't say that I've watched all the right things and, and I'm still doing this video. I'm still a little tired because nobody told me to stay up late and watch stuff online. And sometime I might come home and watch a movie or something like that, or watch a TV series when I go. Nobody told me to stay up late and watch it. So this cut into a little bit of my sleep time that I was going to sleep. But I needed to do this video as a content creator because to keep the YouTube going. So on the Bad Bunny, on the Turning Point USA, and even if the Turning Point USA didn't have Christian and their strong opinions about Kid Rock. And I can leave in the description because the Dr. Common Sense shared some things that I didn't know about Kid Rock and some of his previous statements and music and stuff that wasn't of the taste that conservatives would want to be promoting. And somebody's calling while I'm doing this video. But I'm just saying, hopefully this recording. But I'm trying to, I just had this problem, and do you want to go down that rabbit hole, Bad Bunny? And he had somebody, and the person he had on there, Lady Gaga. Oh yeah, I got video on my Rumble channel mention about her. Very dark, very dark, very dark. I'm just saying, you want to go down that rabbit hole? I know some people say, I like Lady Gaga. But do you know? Oh yeah, the Epstein list. I had that on my YouTube, on my Rumble channel for a few years now. Oh, did you know about Lady Gaga? Are you ready to go down that rabbit hole? Do you want to go down that rabbit hole? Do you want to go down that rabbit hole about Lady Gaga? The darkness. I might have to link that in the description. But a lot of people, they don't know. They just say these artists they have good music, but you don't know that they're tied to some nefarious, or, allegedly. And I didn't even put my disclaimer. I'm not even going to put my disclaimer because, in this video, I just say allegedly. All right. But I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this to all the people. They just going to say it. And I have some issues with the Turning Point too. And Erica Kirk. And I actually liked Charlie, the stuff. I was followed Charlie online on his stuff. But then I found it. And there's some stuff about the, the widow, allegedly. I'm not going to get into in this video. And even if you don't support Candace Owens or whatever the case may be, this stuff about Erica that the conservatives, they might want to know before they just put her out there like they're just attacking her. Some people have done a background. Conservatives done a background of her. But that's not what this video is about. But this video, the Super Bowl, I had strong opinions. I don't even watch. I'm not a football person. My brother was the one, in the household, out of people that watch football and like football. But as me, as a single, watching, and I can't watch everything. And I can't watch because other people are watching. And I was never a football person. And I'm just going to say this. I need to make my video or something around the Super Bowl. I would have to pay money. They got these special commercials, and they do actually special commercials. And then they had a commercial with Serena Williams trying to promote pharmaceutical because she was so viral in the Super Bowl last year in her, thing with Kendrick Lamar. And we have our strong opinions about that, where he's saying not like us. Yes, but every year for the longest, they're giving strong opinions and about the Super Bowl, and they always and that was a political, the one last year was politically motivated as well. And folks are saying now like Bad Bunny is a plan. Yes. And the other one and some of the other ones and the other ones and last year too, Kendrick Lamar and stuff I heard he's into. The stuff he's into. Look it up, stuff, information come out about him. But I can't make this video but so long because I got to get ready to go to work. And I need to I can't make a video too long because people don't have time and they're not going to watch a video but so long. And I have just strong opinions about it. And I don't know if you really, really want to go down that rabbit hole. You really want to go down that rabbit hole? Bad Bunny or Turning Point USA, you want to go down that rabbit hole? I got things about both sides. That you ain't gonna like. And I need to make some, video. But I don't, and as much as I can, I will, and this was on my mind, and I said, they got the Bad Bunny, and then they pulled out another melanated Hispanic guy, and whenever I get a chance, and I will let people know that the people that they didn't even know about the leader of the Proud Boys was a melanated Hispanic guy, one of the lead. And he had to step down because, you remember, he was supposed to have been a white supremacist, allegedly. But he wasn't white. He was Hispanic and melanated. But I'm not promoting the misuse of alcohol that a lot of them are, they do. But I rather have a regardless of the things that I agree or disagree, I rather have the melanated one leading on people who are of the militia that protects people from other bad people, and they support law enforcement, people who actually support law enforcement, and I know that they will actually support ICE, and he made it no, and I'm gotta do a separate video about the award show that was the other week too, where they was just about ICE out, where Justin Bieber, he's not happy, he's but I'm not going to talk about, I have a separate video about that. But back to the Super Bowl thing. And I'm not promoting getting drunk, though people in a certain said group drank alcohol, but I'm not promoting getting drunk. Now, there are people who drink, but you're not supposed to get drunk. Biblically, you can, drink a little, but you're not supposed to get drunk. So this video was longer than I wanted it to be, and it was supposed, and it diverted off subjects and all different subjects, different things that I did not plan to make but so long. But I'm going to have to put something in the description of this video, and people need to look in the description of the video. Look in the description of the videos. And I have make statements in the description of the video. And all I'm going to say this about the Bad Bunny, Turning Point USA, and whatever they had on both. Bad Bunny definitely was sending a political message. And then I saw it online that there was a wedding that people got married at the end, allegedly. I saw something online. And people was clicking congratulations. And I was like, my question in my mind, I saw the man, was the man marrying a biological woman? And I said, that's one of the thoughts that came to my mind. And folks were like, you asked that question? Yes, because you know how they secretly push that alphabet stuff up on us. And I would say congratulations if that was an actual a biological man marrying a biological woman, and it wasn't just some act, and they're going to be faithful and to each other. But that Super Bowl halftime was not the best performance to get in, to get married after or within, because someday that child is going to end up might watch that Super Bowl halftime, and they're going to want to watch the Super Bowl halftime, and you're not going to, everybody's not necessarily going to want their children watching that stuff, even though it looked like the couple looked like Hispanic couple, but still, I'm just tired of this. I'm just so tired of America. Not, I would say America. I say the USA, because I heard America was some type of named after. Well, you need to find out the history of the word America. I'll just say the USA, the United States. But I will say this. Some people, they don't want that alphabet stuff being pushed. I don't care if you say, and somebody already said like, came out with talking about the thing about the FCC. And if, you can't say certain things in in front of the Super Bowl, even though they might have said it in another. And people, I looked in the feed on when somebody's comment when they were talking about it, said, and they understood what he was saying, because they were, knew Spanish, and they said that he definitely said some nasty stuff, which could be a FCC violation, and they should do the Bud Light thing, how they rejected with the Bud Light. So when they, because people already stopped watching sports because of the leftist agenda being pushed, the Marxists, because that was definitely that Super Bowl with Bad Bunny. They were definitely pushing that anti-American, that liberalism that you need to accept. And people, it's not that people have problems of immigrants. It's just the people have problem with illegal immigration. And they thought they would push that agenda. They pushed that you gotta accept these different nations and show the different nations' flags. And I'm like, we're not hating. We just want people to come here legally. And I got a separate one I have on gonna have on Nicki Minaj. And people giving her hate because yeah, she's an immigrant. But I'm just saying, I got all kinds of opinions, and this video is longer than what I planned it to be, and I have to cut it short because it's already at the 21-minute mark, and it's going into 22 minutes, and I did not want to make this video too long because in order for people to watch it, you can't make it for so long because I've only, as of this video, only 20 subscribers, and I need people to hear my opinions. So I just need votes. If you have a problem, and I'm going to say this to the people in the back of the room, because I'm a person of faith, to the people in the back of the room, back there, as a figure of speech, by all means, just pray about him. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And I got the other videos. Like, share, subscribe. And by all means, I have shorter videos than this. But this, I had to weigh in on the Bad Bunny. And please always check in the description. And I'm going to have this insert after this. Listen to the insert after this of this video.
Don't forget to check in description for links and my correspondence if I put it there. Sometimes I put a link or more to other content creators' videos that explain in their videos more than I could.